offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On second down, Lynch. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and long. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete.
Who was that?
No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation.
I said it earlier.
Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. That's fielded at the 8-yard line.
Well,
a big boot that time, 57 yards.
I didn't know he was going to punt the ball.
And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On second down, it's Bush. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 4. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Hey, 52, what attack, attack! Hey, pick it up, defense, let's go. Check 52, come on. Check 50.
Mahomes now on first down. Buying time to his left.
Hey,
and this is caught off the deflection.
What?
Sometimes
but it's trash, boy.
Rather than good. That was not even the intended receiver on that pass.
But still able to haul it in for the reception. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete. They made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you take the defense. You're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And he might be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there. Right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Help him out, white boy.
Down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete.
How you come out in that formation?
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Let him go. Good defense. What's this?
They'll look to throw here on first down. On the move to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chris Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
3 scores down.
Sorry, boy, we got to get you out.
They're not getting much generated offensively.
Straight hitters right here.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right there.
They really are.
Yep, blocks it.
Yeah.
And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
This shit buffering, man.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down. This one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. 2nd and 1. That one's a
what?
He'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Come on, bitch.
Incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with it.
And this time,
come on, man!
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter with man or zone. Deep ball, short.
Under pressure, he's going to go down. Look at this, way back around the 43. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Yellow.
Come on, we shouldn't be waiting at all, bro. We should have been called the hype.
They'll run on first down. Bush. Room here to run. The 20. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
On first down, they stick with Bush. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
The last time I had it here, and that was a minute ago, back here.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he rifles one incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. Becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
You could have been left already. You in there trying to argue with
makes
them.
the score 28-0. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start and rebuild that confidence.
Second and 13. That's complete. He's got Lynch out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard and leads to a third down.
I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me trying to get to the airport. The roads will be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, huh? 52's the mic right
Yeah,
here. 52's the mic.
I'm about to take it out.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
That's my fault. That's a trash-ass interception.
Okay.
Picked off by Justin Lane. Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and say, guys,
Let's go.
come on, capitalize on this one.
Gets around him.
Oh, big hitter, big hitter.
Lynch, complete.
Okay.
Shit, boy.
And leads to second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, kind of works like a sack.
Three.
To escape, and he goes down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes over the sack here. No doubt about it, he's had himself a game.
We could see their work of some sort. I don't know, like pictures or something. Okay.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. It's complete.
How in the fuck do you even let that happen, bro?
22-yard gain.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
They go play action here on first down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go.
What are you doing, 52?
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
One of y'all get that fucking ball, man.
Down, but this one is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Okay. Who gonna be it?
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Oh, yeah, it was the lady. Yeah. Yeah, she had on a blue shirt. Yeah.
Okay, we gotta get this stop here, D. 29 is the mic. Mike 29.
But yeah, you said just tell him.
He'll drop to throw.
Okay.
I knew that wasn't gonna work.
Okay, thank you so
Picked
much.
off around the 27. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Bush. He finds an opening past the 40. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown.
It's a bad man right there, boy.
Ties LT with his 31st touchdown of the year as his guys continue to pour it on.
Come on.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now a hit.
Good hit, Mark. Yes, sir.
But this will get.
Yes, sir.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
It was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover.
You said what?
Coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
You said what?
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night.
It's probably the key.
That'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 7. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football.
What is he doing now?
Though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. They'll set up a throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. He'll look to throw. It's Hill, complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
He'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Hill, the intended receiver once again, but now it's 3rd down.
All brushed and flushed over here.
Incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They'll look to throw here. Airing it out deep for Smith. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Looking to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long.
Back up niggas some clock, man. He's been working.
They've all been excellent, and now they'll tackle an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Move. 552. H3, 218. Chopper.
Gonna get this time to the tailback. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes flush to his right. Got a man open, it's Ross. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards there, a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. On play play action. It's Mahomes. Sliding out of the pocket. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 18. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
That light went off.
On first down, it's Bush. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set them up 1st and goal. Mahomes going to throw it here. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Bush. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about
Trying to throw a pick right here.
Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another.
Runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one is incomplete, and it stops the clock at 12 seconds left in the half. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Intended for number 88, incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and
2nd and 10.
See what my quality is on my videos. Man.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll drop the throw.
Come on, Carter.
Dancing to his left.
Come on, Carter. Get you in.
Loss here as he's taken down. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that, you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for our visitors, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Left pocket got pound, pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine, wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Death comes in threes, rings come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news.
I'm gonna trade your ass, bro.
Pull up the pedal and pull on. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna walk with me.
Take it down. It's a victory. This might be a bad throw, but as against they were incredible.
Come. You got a snap? You got them croissants?